me and my ex-boyfriend, we used to argue a lot. Always to do with girls, all the time. He's the same ex-boyfriend from the story with Cherry. We would argue all the time to do with girls, and I think the day that I got chased home was the day that me and him was having an argument. So I was coming home and I was on the bus. He obviously knew what time I was due to reach home, so he was waiting at the bus stop for me to come off the bus. When I came off the bus, I was paranoid that he was gonna be waiting there. So I came off and I seen him standing across the road, like waiting to see me walk basically across the road to get to the traffic lights. So waited for the bus to go down, and I didn't go to the traffic lights. I just ran across the road. And then he's an athlete, so he taught me how to run. He always used to say to me, when you run, make sure your hands are like this and your knees are high. He said, make sure you run like this with your knees high. So I took his advice and my knees were high and my hands were like this, running across the road to get to my house. This boy, he's seeing me, so he started sprinting after me down the road. So obviously I've started screaming now, like, no, I don't want you to come to my house, no. Not that I wasn't in danger, but I just didn't want him to come around, because obviously we had an argument and I wasn't answering his phone calls, and I knew that he wanted to get a hold of me. And we ended up kind of running around cars. So there was a point where I really needed the toilet. You know, after just a long day, you need the toilet, you need to get in your house, you want to take off your clothes and all of this stuff. So eventually I had to stop running, but I still didn't want him to come to the house because I was vexed because we were arguing, obviously, about a girl, must have been. So eventually there was a point where I just had to give up because he was going to get me. I needed the toilet. I was going to wet myself. So I had to go into the house, and obviously my mom and my little brother and sister were there and my stepdad. So I had to just go on as normal, as if me and my ex didn't have this big argument on the phone, and like he didn't just chase me down the road to my house. Anyway, my mom loved him like a son, so she just let him in as normal. Like, she didn't even have to be expecting him. We came into the house, and then he sat in the living room, and now my mom would never ever let a guy into my bedroom when I lived with her. She would never let a guy into my bedroom, and I don't know what was going on that day, but she decided that she was going to allow him to sit in my room for, I don't know, however long. She was going to allow him to come into the room. Obviously, my bedroom door had to be open. So in my room now, if you know me from back in the day, you know my best friend was and still is Demi. So, oh my God. She had her own bed in my room. We practically lived at each other's houses. She had her own bed in my room and no one was allowed to go in it. She made it clear. My lips dry. Okay, as I was saying, no one was allowed on Demi's bed. Nobody. And he decided to come in the room knowing that no one was allowed on Demi's bed and plonk himself down on Demi's bed. And that annoyed me because I know how much Demi doesn't want people to sit on her bed. So I was like to him, I'm going to tell Demi. I'm phoning her and I'm going to tell her. I took a picture of him. Snitch, you know, such a snitch. I took a picture of him on Demi's bed and he was like, I don't care. He was just annoyed. So he's laying down now. So I've come out the room. Oh my gosh, Lord have mercy. I'm about to start getting ready to go out and meet with my friend. So he's on his phone, but he's laying on Demi's bed. So, okay, you can see my bed there. He's like laying on the bed long ways and he's got the phone on his face like that, like laying down with the phone on his face like that, talking to someone, but quietly. I came back in the room after, obviously I wasn't allowed to get changed in the room whilst he was there because my mum wouldn't allow that. So I've come back in the room and I see him talking on the phone quietly, and I said, who are you talking to? And then he wouldn't tell me who he was talking to. So I said, who are you talking to? And then I picked up the phone off his face, but I was holding the phone here. I was holding the phone like away from my face, but I've picked it up and I says, who are you talking to? And he said to me, look on the phone. So I looked on the phone and it said a name. But then I can, you know when the phone is so loud that it's not by your ear, but you can still hear somebody. I could hear somebody shouting down the phone. So I thought that, I don't know, he was getting in trouble. Then I've given him the phone back and he started saying, I don't know. And then I was like, what's going on? My farce inner self said to him, I don't want you guys to see me do my makeup because you're going to judge me. Oh well. My far self said to him what was going on the phone. So he said that there was a girl that was on the phone and she's basically saying, what am I hyping for? Because she's heard me saying, who are you talking to? And I don't know if she liked him or something. I don't really know what was going on, but she was just like, why is she hyping for? But then I'm saying to my ex, why are you saying you don't know? Shouldn't you be saying to her, she's not hyping to you anyway? Like, I really wasn't. It's not that I was shook. I kind of was, but it's not that I was shook. It's just that I wasn't hyping to her anyway. I'm asking him, who is he on the phone to, laying down on my bed, my best friend's bed in my bedroom? Who are you talking to? He was saying, oh, I was just trying to like quieten her down because she's saying, why are you hyping? And I didn't want any drama. So obviously I've got vexed now because now I know that she has a problem. So when I've left the house to go and meet with my friend, he's obviously left the house with me. We're walking down the road and then that's when he started getting loud on the phone to her. And she's saying that she wants to fight me. But it's only now that he's saying, just calm down, man, to her. He was just like, nah, she went hyping, calm down. And I was just like, you need to let me know who this person is, because now you're telling me that she's threatening to come down to my school. I want to know who she is, because now I need to defend myself, because your stupid ass didn't want to defend me in the first place. You should have told her I weren't hyping. So he's ended up telling me who it was. So I've called my cousins now and I'm saying, there's these two girls, because it was two of them. It was the girl and their best friend, both of them saying they were going to come down to the school. So of course my cousin was like, these girls, they said they're going to come down to the school because they were talking to my ex on the phone and they thought I was hyping, but I wasn't. So my big cousin ended up calling her friend, told her friend the name of this girl, and somehow my cousin's friend managed to get this girl's number. One of the girls, I think the main one, didn't have a phone. I don't know if she lost it, broke it, but she didn't have a phone. We couldn't get in contact with her. But the other girl, she managed to just get her number just like that. And I was like, okay, FBI, perfect. Now make her not beat me up. Obviously these times I'd never ever seen the girl, so I didn't know what she was capable of or how old she was or anything. And obviously I weren't getting that information from my ex. So not because he was being funny, but he just didn't want the drama, so he just didn't want to stir it up. I'm assuming, I hope so anyway. She's called the girl and the girl was like, I don't know what you're on about. She's like, I don't know what you're on about. I never said I was going to go down to anyone's school. I never said this and never said that. It weren't going to happen. And then obviously my cousins didn't really trust it. I didn't trust it. I believe that's what she said anyway, because for some reason the next day which obviously I wanted. Like, my cousins came down. We had a non-school uniform day. And it was a half day as well. So I remember just dressing in something really comfortable just in case I was about to get jumped after school, because you know what kids are like, they're mean. My cousins came down all in one car. I was riding around thinking, where's this girl? Where's this girl? But she never came. So I was supposed to go to town, you know, half day. You don't tell your parents that you're going to have a half day or whatever. So you just always go to the city centre after school and then go home for the right time that school was supposed to finish. I was going to go to the city centre, but I didn't. So if it was telling me, do not go to the city centre. So I didn't go to the city centre. These times, one of the girls were waiting for me, but she finished school. Oh, I didn't even wait. A family friend of mine who also went to my school did go to the city centre, and he ended up telling me that the girl was waiting for me in the city centre, and she was saying, I'm lucky that her school finished later than mine on that day, so obviously she couldn't come down to the school. So she was still planning to come down. She was lying. She was gonna beat me up. Anyway, that was about the time that I got chased home, and that was the big drama that happened after. I never ever bumped into these girls again. I don't even think they really know who I am, to be honest. I think they just didn't like the fact that they heard me down the phone whilst they were talking to my ex on the phone. I don't know if they knew about me, but who didn't? Who didn't know about me? I think everyone, as I said in my last video, everyone in Birmingham who knew about me or knew about him knew we were together. And that's just it. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye. Just in case anyone was wondering how my makeup turned out for work, it turned out alright. It's just a fresh face for work, really. But I did catch that wonky eyebrow. I know somebody was mad about that. Someone was thinking, fix your eyebrow, man. My lips dry. My lips dry. Oh, my lips dry. I'm gonna have to do something about it. I just realised that I'm not looking at the lens this whole time. Oh! I'm not re-recording. Whoever judges me about doing my makeup, and I have pyjama bottoms on, but they are fresh. I have been in the shower this morning, so don't even try me on that one, because I know how I think about other YouTubers. Or other people. I just think, did you wash your skin this morning? Yes, I've washed my skin and I've brushed my teeth. I forgot where I got in the story.